While many baby boomers know that waiting to claim Social Security benefits can lead to higher monthly payments, few realize the size of the difference if they delay. Now, delaying benefits isn't the only strategy to maximize them. Joining me is Kris Koenig with Prime Capital Investment Advisors in Overland Park, Kansas. Kris, before taking benefits, what's the first step?
Hey Scott, great question. It's one of the things I think as people approach retirement, their whole life they've been, saving money for themselves, but also saving money in their Social Security account. And sometimes people don't even know what their benefits are going to be. And so what I tell people when we sit down and start making a plan for retirement is have them go to the Social Security website. It's ssa.gov. You can log on there, set up an account, and you can see what your benefits are going to be. And that benefit, it ranges, right? You can take it as early as 62, you can take it as late as age 70, and anywhere between there, you're going to get a little increase each year in the amount you get. But that's the first place to start, is to look and see what your benefits are so we can start to make a plan and figure out maybe what makes the best sense when to turn that on.
So how can couples actually maximize their benefits?
Yeah, a lot of times, we have couples that are, very close in age. Sometimes we have couples that are, decades apart depending on when they married. And so we want to look at what the benefits are, whose is larger, who's older, who's still maybe going to keep working, right? There's a lot of things that factor into when you turn that on. And so typically we may not turn on the husband and the wife's Social Security at the same time, even if they're both the same age. One may be doing some part-time work, and so that may factor into their benefit. Or we're worried about what expenses might be in the future. And so if we turn on one and we can live comfortably, let's let the other one grow and turn it on in a few more years, as though it's a bigger benefit for us over the long term.
So some people fear Social Security won't be around for them. Is that really a valid concern?
That is a question I get from time to time, right? Like, hey, how do you see Social Security playing out over my lifetime? I'm a younger guy, I'm 43, and I know since I've been a kid, people have been telling me, don't plan on it being there. And so that's how I look at my investments. Now, if you're nearing retirement, if you're 50 or older, you're probably going to have Social Security, right? They're not just going to pull that out from underneath you. It's going to be there. I think, the younger you are, maybe the benefit gets pushed back. They make you wait longer to take it. We don't know, right? That's kind of the big question in the room is, okay, what's going to be there and what do we do? And so again, I think that says, hey, Social Security is a nice benefit, but we can't plan on it to be the only asset you have in retirement. And so again, we want to look at everything, but Social Security is a piece of that pie, but we want to make sure we optimize it as much as possible.
Now, can you work and still take benefits?
Yeah, great question. I get this from time to time where one of the individuals, maybe one of the husband or the wife, wants to work part-time, and they ask me, hey, should we turn on Social Security? Depending on your age, it matters. If you're 62 and your full retirement age, according to Social Security, is 67, every $2 you make, you'll get a $1 reduction in that Social Security benefit. So depending on how much you're going to work and what your benefit is, it may not make sense to turn that on if you're going to still be working. Now, once you hit full retirement age, you can work as much as you want and not reduce your Social Security benefit. So again, there's some things that you'd want to look at and then make the decision, hey, does this make sense or not?
Finally, obviously this sounds complicated. Do all advisors really understand Social Security?
Right. I can't speak for other advisors, but I can tell you at our firm, we're big on planning, right? And so this is part of a plan for retirement. So we want to know as much as possible and ask you the questions that maybe you weren't thinking. And a lot of those come like you mentioned earlier, like, can I work in retirement? When should I turn it on? It's not as easy as I think a lot of people think, as just turning it on. I tell people, if you could just write down on a piece of paper the exact day that you're going to pass away, Social Security is an easy math problem. We can figure it out. But unfortunately, we don't know that. And so if you turn it on too early, that may not make sense. Or if you're going to live to be 105, well, maybe it makes sense to wait to 70 to turn it on because you're going to get a bigger benefit. Again, we can't predict that, but at least we can give you the information you need and we can make a plan, and then you can make the best decision based on the information we have.
My guest has been Kris Koenig with Prime Capital Investment Advisors in Overland Park, Kansas, and thank you for watching Retirement News Online.